Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And thanks both of you for being here and for your service. I've been struck by how many times you stated what I suppose is the obvious, and yet it's inspirational to hear you say it many times. Both of you referencing the most important part of the Army, of course, are the people. And you speak with great affection, passion, sincerity about it. So, Secretary Wormuth, you and I got to know each other a little bit early on, working through with your team to fix this pay problem.
Major Simic, I remember it well.
Yeah, and General, you were very helpful as well, and it highlighted a broken system. The new integrated personnel pay system, which I became familiar with through that process, was supposed to fix this last year, but I'm told it's still struggling to roll out properly. Can you just maybe give me an update on that and tell us if there's anything we can do to help? It just, when I look at the big employers in the world today, and obviously the military is one of those, the Army specifically is one of those, but there are much bigger ones that don't seem to have these same sort of problems. So maybe just give me an update on how it's rolling out and what we can expect.
Sure, Senator Cramer. We're working very hard on IPS-A, which the National Guard is already able to use some of the features of that personnel system. We are working very hard to be able to roll out the next increment of IPS-A, Release 3, hopefully later this fall. And we feel like we will, be on schedule for that, although frankly, we are working very aggressively with the contractor to make sure that they're able to meet, what we've asked them to do. And that next release will bring out some of the talent management features, enable people to look at what assignments are available, and then it will be the next increment, as I understand it, that will really provide the pay transparency across all components. And I know this is a system that's very important to the chief, so you may want to add something there.
Yes, Senator, I think, right now we have what we call an industrial age personnel management system. We treat everybody as interchangeable parts. We have 3 different personnel systems for our regular Army, our National Guard, and Reserve, and quite frankly, it's no way to run a railroad. We need to have everyone on the same system. We need to be able to manage individuals so we don't manage everyone the same. We have tremendous talent in the Army that's masked by a person's grade and their MOS, and probably one of the best examples I could give you is we have a specialist, a medic specialist, an E4 in the United States Army that's at a software factory that codes at the PhD level. And we would never know that, unless we kind of did a workaround. So we've got a lot of work to do in this, and as we manage the future and we could compete for talent, we're going to have to manage soldiers' talents to get the best in the Army.
Well, I think you just outlined, I think, a great illustration of why it's so important. As we talk about modernization, and you're both very fluent on the importance of modernization, the priorities of modernization, it seems that this would be a really high priority. Not as sexy looking, but when we're talking about challenges and recruitment, retainment, getting the best of the best, all of that, this would be important. So I just want to tell you, I encourage you to stay at it. You have every incentive in the world to do that, but stay at it, keep us informed, and if there's anything we need to do from a policy standpoint, oversight standpoint, anything that helps you with the contractor or anyone else, please reach out. We want to keep the main thing, the first thing. All right? Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.